Wham!
Okay, so you want me to make sure I'm using my hip.
I like that earlier than Judo.
Oh, right. And then with the pinky down.
Lock him down.
Dropping my elbow to
Yeah, just drop. Bam.
and I was like, just pulling myself
Now
around.
just come right up his ankle with your heels. Go straight up.
Okay?
Yep. It's quick and simple.
One more time.
Use your inseam. Step way out.
Step way out here.
I'd step even further than that.
Even further.
Yeah, you know why?
Out or behind.
I just go out down that line.
Down this line.
Yeah.
Just like the Taito machine.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got the guys playing down, playing hard. I step way back here. And bring this up to there.
Yeah. Now pull it towards you.
He's trying to not throw me.
I understand.
He's
But what's going to happen if you pull it slowly? Okay, just go back around. Now, as you come up, pull the leg towards you, and he's going to rotate right around in front. See how soft that is? You don't have to take the big, heavy fall. Yeah, but on that time. And the difference is, of course, when I get to here, if I go straight up, sometimes it just doesn't work and they step around it. But if I come to here and pull that thing to you, those rubber bands just go, and then that other foot pops right at the end of it.
What's your first name? Yeah.
We're going to tour the mat.
Oh, okay.
We're just going to tour the mat and see how everybody else is doing.
Not like
Just,
Yeah, you just got to really
just turn your hand over. Yeah. Now, pull your little finger.
see how you step in.
Switch your foot. Yeah. Now, as you come up, pull your foot towards you. Yeah, you might want to be a little bit more in front of his leg.
I feel more when it's over here.
See, bring this foot back more on the line than behind the line.
Okay.
There. Now bring your foot in and bring your foot up and towards you.
Oh, I don't think you're locking me super tight onto that.
I'm feeling it when he does it to me.
All right.
Okay, that's a lot different. Yeah. I'm not picking
Boom.
that leg up.
Boom.
Good. That very first part of the game, Bob.
He's awesome.
He pulled him to you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was pushing him away.
Line up. I'm not sliding up, I'm just sweeping.
That's better. I feel like you.
Bring your other foot forward. Here. As you make that pull, step into him.
There we go.
Now come and then just immediately come around.
Now I'm in poo-poo city.
Okay, so now I'm just...
Yeah, keep that pull, keep that tension coming this way. Yeah. Turn and go. That tension stays there the whole time. Isn't that fun?
No, I don't know if we're there yet.
I don't have to put any...
There you go. Woo! Now a little bit of forward tension. As you make this step, bring her weight onto that foot.
Okay. Almost looks like you're lifting up this shin bone or the lower bone.
Lifting this one.
Well,
As
or
you-
I mean, if you're throwing this one.
Yeah, as you come to here, I'm coming to here, and I'm coming up. Now feel the tension between the bands, and when you want that foot back, that's when it pops.
Okay.
Okay, so this isn't any kind of a like straight leg thing.
Oh no.
This is like you're hooking in there.
You do it. Every time I've ever tried anything like this cool Uchimata, I would end up with that hoppy kind. I'd end up out here
Okay.
and never,
Okay.
so,
When you make your entry, now feel the tension, the timing on that step.
yeah.
So now it's going to be. So you bring it out, bam. That's exactly where it is. Because this foot touches, and then your body will recover.
Okay.
There's the Uchimata.
Okay.
And it's those bands in there. When you start stretching this one out, this one wants to come to this one. It's fun.
That's I love this. I mean, I could tell. It was could be good.
Yeah. Get in as close as you can. Wham!
Quick question.
Inexorable.
Okay. When I've got them dropped, and I pull myself around, is that where I want this left foot to be?
It might be if that's where it stops.
I mean, that's where it stopped. I went
Okay.
as far as I could.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm already in the toilet. I feel myself getting about to fall right now.
Yeah, you are.
I feel myself about to fall.
Okay, now go back.
Okay.
Now, when you make that pull, his foot's going to get a little bit of, yeah, but let it go. Okay, feel the tension, compression? Okay, so now you're going to be going here. As you release it, pop his foot up in the air. Now, as you get your lines narrowed more down, you'll find him popping up rather than going around.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And it's your back foot. Because when it comes back here, he's going to be coming around.
So I'm going too
If
far.
I come in closer, just change. Do this and just change feet.
Okay.
Come to here. Now just change feet.
Makes sense. Show Bob what you got going on, and do it easy. Don't get excited, okay?
I'll try not to let you get me excited.
Just let me roll off.
Good. Now keep this tension here, because as I pull you, there's tension compression. So as I come here and I release it, that foot gets
And
light.
it accents the rotation. Okay.
Tension compression.
So he's talking about really.
There you go. Yeah, you're going to walk them. Move them. Jack, you okay? All right. Okay.
It's interesting. I'm sorry, Brad.
So awesome. When I told you, it was one of the fun around.
Yeah.
It was great. Wasn't slow for the very second you first came around.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, you really want to have fun.
Real methodical.
Okay? Turning too red, you're working too hard. Okay, take your partner. He wants to be strong and defensive like judo players aren't, you know. Now give me the other foot. Okay, so now I'm going to walk here. Bring that back foot around. Come into it. So you can boom, boom. You can literally walk a guy. Bam. Now see how those feet start sliding? And find your timing in there.
You know, tell him I've got a guy now that fights with left-handed and fights left-sided, and I do end up with a lot of this
Oh, that's,
grabbing kind of
and I would do this.
sweet type thing.
This is one of my favorite holds in competition is this little patch.
Right,
Okay, so I can control this arm
right.
and have plenty of gear. And then the reason I like this from left side is because I can come in and collapse that arm.
Yeah.
as I come down the outside of it. And usually he'll make an attack and I'll step right there.
Really mechanical instead of power.
Right.
We had never been able to get enough power in at the right time to kick
Well, I'm
them
going
up.
to show you the timing on regular Uchimata here in a second. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but it'll be on the video. Hi. I don't expect you to learn all this overnight. How many years per throw?
17.
Should be about 2 years. Get about 30 or 40,000 repetitions of it in. Okay, so you're going to have to take a throw, something new, put it in your learning part of your training. Instructors, because you guys always teach. You don't take time to go over here and learn and work your stuff. You have to do that. Okay? Somebody's leaking.
Yeah.
Top of your foot? So, but you know, spend a few minutes of repetition on this. Now, regular Uchimata. Well, there's Ochi and Ko-Uchimata. I'm not short enough to do Ko-Uchimata. Nancy is. But that's going to be the Uchimata that you see where, and back in the day when we first learned it, we did the wind-up Uchimata. Okay? The big, and then jump in. And I would aim for this ankle and go straight up that thigh.
Yeah.
Okay? That's Ko-Uchimata. Now, Sugita could do that. And it hurt. And he could do it with no hands. He was so good at it. Okay? But he would do that little wind-up thing and come straight up there. That's Uchimata, not Hanigoshi. Hanigoshi means I'm going to come in and pop that foot back here and throw him behind me. In Uchimata, he's going to spin and drop in front. Now, my timing on Uchimata is the sister throw of what?
I'm not going to say a damn thing.
Uchimata is the sister throw of double foot sweep. Double foot sweep happens as the foot steps out, no, step sideways down the line. Boom, and he comes to body rise. Okay? Uchimata takes place as this foot comes out on the opposite. It's the reverse. It's like Hanigoshi, no, not Hani, Hizaguruma and Ashiguruma. They're 180 degree opposites of each other. Okay? This is a 180 degree opposite. On double foot sweep, I'm going here. So when he steps with this foot, it's the bands and his muscles pulling his other foot together that works. And I attack this foot. On Uchimata, when he takes this step, take this step, okay? Boom. As he takes this step, his leg is wanting to come together to get his foot under him. So now as he comes to this foot, just before his foot touches the ground, I attack his thigh and lift it, and this foot's trailing it so it follows it in a circle.
Watch out, bro.
So my timing is here. This is how I learn and teach the timing. And I'm going to attack by touching and changing feet right into the Uchimata. And everybody's going, oh shit.
Yeah. It's the third time I've seen you do this.
Okay? So every time this foot comes forward, or every time we come around the corner, do you see the relationship of that step, and then the other foot comes right behind it? This is classic kata right here. It's here, here. It's this foot wanting to reach the ground, and all of a sudden tension hits it, and this foot's trying to slide, and it just goes zip, and your feet make a nice circle and rotate through the Uchimata. Kano figured this out, and he switched his Uchimata from changing 180 degrees, where he now faces forward here and throws. If you'll watch, I know there's one tape I've seen him do that on, but he does it full front and just uses that front knee to create that circle. And I will do that. I like that one much better. People usually a little bit taller than Greg, because when you miss, they're not your friend anymore. Okay? That's ouchie ouchie. That's what I've called that throw for years. Ouchie ouchie, big inside pain, or itai alada. A lot of pain. So, the timing, and have Uke bend those knees, and then as he's moving, hear that foot slide? Okay? It's hard to do that much slower. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. Okay?
So you're doing it as Uke steps down?
As his foot's coming to the ground.
Oh, that answers my question.
Okay. I was going to get the...
That's it. That answers my question.
As that foot is coming down, you're coming in. And just as it starts to reach the ground, you're coming up, because those other rubber bands want to pull that leg through.
Can you explain this step by step? So he's going back and forth, and if I started from here, okay, with my foot in between, he's going on that foot. As he goes there, that's when I'm coming here. And then as he comes this way, that's when how I'm doing this.
Yeah, but don't step behind. Change feet.
Oh, change feet. So I'm here, and then as he's coming down, I just do that?
Right, just change feet. And attack with your thigh. And try to get, you want to try and get up here. The more leg you get in and the closer you get, the more he loves you. When you're far apart, and this is where people get whacked, is when I put my step here and I go, whoop.
Right.
Okay, that's when the ouchie ouchie hits. So I've done this before too, unfortunately. Hurts people. Okay, so you want to make sure you're here and know where that step goes. So if you're in tight with hip contact, you won't hurt the guy. But the further out you are,
Right.
the higher the chances. That's why the guys that can't get inside can come way out here. And make that happen. That's that big step. And that's when you got to pull the foot towards you and up. And those bands just ping.
So if we start when I've already done the foot change, I'm trying to figure out the closest point to execution where I can start. Start off with contact from the outside of my leg here.
Get your grip. Give her a target. No, just don't move.
Okay, so I'm going to start here.
Now, you're smaller than he is, so don't be in the center. Be off to, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a change, and then is this where I want to be?
Yeah, turn your foot, pull. It's actually pull with your right, and let this hand just kind of float. Turn your little finger out on your left hand.
Turn it out.
No, your left hand. Pull right, turn left. Wink.
Do my foot change.
Yeah.
Such a wonderful game. Okay. All right, thank you. That's good.
And you can start from there and just start working.
Back outwards.
You can have them just do this. Boom. Instead of just this. And if Uke's smart, he's going to be going. And it gives you a nice little up to work that timing with. But if he's coming down while you're going up, it'll ruin your day. So you got to be going up together. All right? If y'all want to play with that, it's okay. If not, that's okay too. We can move on.
Let's play with it. I want to.
Okay.
So if you want, I'll stay with you after class and then we'll work on it.
Have a go. It's a wonderful throw. Matt's going to be sticky over here.
I was doing around the corner. I was like, oh my God, that's been there the whole time, and I just now saw it for the first time. Because I like the double right there. It's my favorite. And you're saying,
Uh-huh.
wow.
As soon as he takes that step, it's wham!
Because that gives just that opens that window up like crazy.
Because you're going to come along and you're going to blast somebody, and then the next time they recognize that, and you just...
I got you. Yeah, so yeah, I live here.
I've had quite a few Chinese who speak fluent Spanish. Well, sooner or later, if you go into cities with big immigrant populations, you'll find them.
I know.
The weird one is what I've discovered with Africans keeping their African accent when speaking French or English.
Oh, I'll bet.
But Japanese actually find Spanish easier than English.
Yeah.
Because it's got the cuando hablas español, there's a consonant or two, then vowel.
Timpani, yeah.
Yeah, whereas you try getting Spaniards or Japanese to pronounce the name Bruce Springsteen correctly, it will, what's that? Springsteen?
Yeah. But this was in like 77. First time I've met these guys and been introduced to this, and it was just absolutely amazing. My brain's going, huh?
Yeah.
But I got to play with him. He's a really nice guy. Good judo coach.
No, I had it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, the one Japanese coach I've ever had was this guy in Spain called Isamu Fujita. And he'll speak fluent Spanish, but very Japanese accent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Jack? He knows Japanese. He spends a lot of time over there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more.
Yeah.
He's been there for 20 years.
Okay.
Speaking right in.
Yeah.
Help translate stuff for dentists and has done dental exams in Japanese.
Oh, wow.
Because she's working with them, she needs to find out about stuff. So she knows how to really focus in it. But she started out as a regular language teacher.
Wow.
Now, right when my toe session
Just
now.
all right.
Just give him time.
Now. Is it foot sweep time?
Actually, right there.
you go.
Make this foot sit.
Wow, I didn't even trying to throw that.
You catch it floating, it'll pop.
Let me rock.
Just go ahead and put that. Yeah.
That's crazy. Right. That's tricky to get your timing in there too.
Well, yeah, it is. And if you'll do this,
Like we do on the drill.
and then fit it down the line. Yeah.
Same thing?
Yeah.
You go 1, 2, and then
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
I'll give you the now cues still. Just walk out.
Yeah. I'm not leaving
Now.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
You gotta do that.
I gotta start that after the second step.
Uh-huh. You got to anticipate the step.
Now.
Come watch.
Key your timing on recovery step. Because when his feet come together, then that foot has to come out, and that's when you make your entry. So as he steps in, you step in.
Stop the nails then.
Boom. Close.
I'm still late, but
That was.
okay.
If that helps with the timing, I did that. Something we were working on the other day.
And it fits with what somebody else
I know, because Joe
Let me see if these guys
I started doing it with my hand.
Not just wriggling out, but also for them, stop them popping out and arm.
Yeah. That was interesting.
I'm trying to do it. I got that habit.
I want to try and
That's the whole way I do it.
You gotta go the other way.
So that this is
Just turn
going
around.
towards the
Yeah. Just turn around.
Go this way
Yeah.
and just continue it.
But the timing, as you move, see, as that foot starts to pop out, I've got to step.
When the legs loaded, going towards
When
loaded.
this foot comes in and this one's fixing to come out, enter. Enter. Just before that foot comes out, make your entry.
Someone's gonna have to see you film it, and then I can see it on the outside. I'm coach's out. I'm sorry, but never
Pull him
mind. That's
to
okay.
you.
That's too much.
Brian, just pull him to you and float with him.
See.
It's easier coming around the corner than it is going down the line.
I was thinking that when you were showing it.
Much easier. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Just a hair late.
That first one?
Sure.
Yeah, that one did feel really good.
Who's okay? Who's Tori?
I'm Tori.
Okay.
So I'm going back and forth, and we're trying to figure when he should start to do his change step. That was me going down.
It has to be right as she passes midline. When her center
Coming towards it.
comes over the fence, you touch her leg.
That's when, but when does he start the change step?
Depends on who you're playing. You're going to be hard.
Oh, I see. Pendulum.
That's close.
And I changed what I was doing before too, because I was still trying to turn and
Man,
wouldn't do it that
start with your feet a little bit closer together, so it's a shorter movement. She's got such a short inseam.
and I just want to reach over her back and
Crank her
pull her
up.
to me. That's what I did at first, and she said, "Whoa!"
And she's moving really fast.
Oh, I am? Okay.
For you, it's slow. For us, it's fast.
All right, that's right. So I'll go slowly then.
There you go. Give him a bigger target. Yeah. A little bit more weight. Now hit her late.
Okay, now you get to do it again. So then you can tell
Where's the camera?
Then you can tell me exactly what you did.
Well, I don't know. I just
But if you do it twice, then I'll have some.
minutes on the map. No, maybe not.
Oh, sorry, and I blocked it. Wait, let's go a couple more so I can make sure I'm doing it a good slow.
There. Okay. It's like isn't that right? I mean, it's happening right when the foot's about to strike the floor, and it's getting right.
Okay, think about being on a seesaw and your feet are on both sides. Okay? When I come to neutral, then I'm going to go down. So just as you pass that center is when you hit. You're right in the middle of that center, and your body's getting ready to accept that weight, and this one's getting ready to move while you're right in the middle of that seesaw. And then, because you're at neutral, your feet are neutral at that point.
Don't stop. Don't stop. I'm touched up that way. There we go. A little on my hip.
Just think about the direction you're swinging your leg and the direction you're throwing. And the way he needs, okay.
I don't know the answer.
See, he's on, his center is on a pipe going right through you.
Okay.
Okay, so if you try to swing and throw him over there, you're going to throw him off the pipe. Okay. You've got to make everything spin and evolve around this center right here. So you're literally going to throw him behind you when you make that entry.
Okay.
So they're going to go.
You're going to spin around and drop right there. See how he's going in front of you?
Yeah.
All right, guys. You'll beat your brains up and everything else trying to make this happen. Uchimata in kata. Where does uke fall in Uchimata? In front of me, behind me, or beside me, or under me?
Beside you.
He's actually spinning behind me, and I have to turn. So he's kind of beside and under me. As his center, I wish I could put plates on him and lift him up and spin him around the axis.
Let's do it.
Okay? But that's what I imagine in Uchimata. As his weight goes from here to here, step, step, step. See, he's spinning around that tube. So if I hit this foot, it'll rotate him here. Boom. If I hit this foot, right, that foot slides, and he just pretty much spins in the same place. Don't try to put him anywhere. He stays in the same place. Don't throw him in front. Don't throw him way over there. Just let him and drop.
Trying to catch the flywheel of the pellet.
Exactly. Now, if he's running around behind me, the momentum's going to carry that motion back here. So if I catch him on that back step, he continues to flow. Does that make sense?
This is excellent.
But just think about the physics and the mechanics to make this thing rotate. It takes a while to assimilate your body into that relationship to create that motion. But when you get it, it is really cool.
And this makes that inner thigh slip, the name make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you can do it from the front, bam!
Yeah. That makes sense.
And all of a sudden you're in there just nice and huggy snuggy, and all of a sudden, oops, and they fall. It's a hoot. I used to do that to Todd all the time. He had such a big inseam. This guy was like, how tall is Todd? 6'4"?
Is he 6'4"?
No, I think he's my height, 6'3".
Yeah.
But his inseam is just,
Yeah, his waist comes up to here.
yeah, he's got a platform and his head sits on it. So I can hit Koichi on him and drag him out to here and he's still standing up smiling at me. Okay? So that becomes the Nancy problem, is how do I do that? And so I'll have to take, and this is a nice thing to practice, my Koichi. When this foot comes out, it's stepping on that line going this direction. And most people tend to turn away from it. And if you'll notice, when I turn my foot and make this step, my center is pulling his center around me. So if I don't really pop that thing, he just moves around me. But if I come out here on this line, and then I take that foot with me, here, And that's what I have to do to Todd, is I have to wait for him to go, and then as his foot comes down, then I go, and I can catch him on it. Same with Auchi.
So that's good for me since everyone's taller than me.
Auchi, I do the same thing. It's, because of my length, I come back here. If I was short, I could come into here and hook and drop it. Okay, because then I come in with my center and he drops right underneath me. But I can't do that on most humans because they're short. So I track that footprint and I just walk it out. And notice I'm not using hands. I don't use my hands on these. I'm just controlling. We're moving around. And I just push his foot out the direction his toes are pointing. And I really like to wait until that foot really just touches the floor. Then he drops faster. If they take a long gliding step, you're early. If you catch him just when his weight touches the floor, they'll drop. And sometimes they'll pull you down with them because they're going, ah! And you don't expect it. But it's really cool. It's fun. Just step out and touch it. Shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And most people teach Kouchi to make a circle. Long way to get there. I like straight lines. I'm going from foot to...
It's almost like an inside Dayashi.
Pretty much. Just touch it and bring it out. And this way, when you're playing around, whoa, you can catch the opposite side. Whee! So, just think about those. And as I get older, I don't turn and do the big throws anymore. I just do these. And they'll set up the big throws. But I don't waste my time with them much anymore because these things are so deadly. You get your timing down, he's just grinning.
Waiting for my recovery.
It took forever. He stopped himself. I had to wait for him to come back up, and his weight was still on that foot, and he still had to step with that foot. You see how long it takes? Do that again.
Right? That's some time.
He was literally hanging on me at that point, by the way. And I just worked off of that timing. And foot sweeps are literally that slow. Okay?
What in the heck was that?
Right circle Miyachi.
Yes, okay.
Here, foot.
That's a curve that I would
And you know what?
It goes the other way.
You got 2 feet. So.
talk about the increases for that throw?
Sure. Usually Uke is going to take a step back at some point, right there. Okay? And at that point, I have to move here first. If I just follow his foot, I will never reach it. See how extended I am? But if I step here, I have to close that distance.
Okay, I'm always trying to do that throw. It's almost a reflex, but I think that I don't have this.
Right, you're not taking the first step.
Never get in far enough.
So you have to anticipate that motion. Then I'll catch him here. Missed.
Sorry.
Sometimes the leg misses. I'm sorry about this. There it is.
Might be gunshots.
That's all right. Because when you get into that position and you start banging this way,
Yep. I do it all the time. Yes.
then your foot stop comes back around to the other corner. And when you do that, and you do that, and you do that, and then you do that, knee wheels never work. Kosodogake. Here. As his foot steps forward, this foot plants. Now this foot's going to move, and I'm going to help his center make a circle. So it's a real tight little circle. And at the same time, I come in and join centers. Okay? And which way are his feet moving? And so at that point, I'm going to hook and just drop him straight down between my legs. He's got 2 feet.
Didn't expect that, son.
I know. So, really confusing on people. You're sitting here working. Boom. Boom.
I'm done.
Bang, 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 touch, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Pause, 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 pause. He wants it back more, 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 more. Let him have it. Hate that. So, Rondor, I don't care how big, how strong, how mean, how ugly he is. I'm just right here.
I'm waiting for my recovery.
I haven't given it to you. So, any questions?
Yeah, how do I do all that?
Just like I did.
Yeah, okay, cool. Nice.
Just walk.
Easy.
If you're not playing tag and being competitive, you know what that means? I can take a company of executives, type A personalities, different department heads, put them in a room, and we can play tag. What are you going to see?
Mass chaos.
You're going to see some people really going after people. Okay? And you're going to see some people going, okay? There's a lot of different personalities are going to come out. But if you're just playing subtle tag, which, wow, one clinic we got to do this. We got to play killer. Do you know what killer is?
I have no idea what it is.
We're going to take a coin or just an object. And we're going to get everybody together in the group, and they have to be here the whole time and know the rules. And Nick will start. He'll have the object. He's going to explain the rules, or I'll start it. And at some point, I will pass that object off. Okay? That means I killed you. And as soon as you get it, you don't die immediately. It's like the game of Wink. Have you ever played that, where you sit in a circle and one person is it, you draw cards, and then you sit there and you have to wink at somebody without getting caught. And I just winked at Jimmy, so he'll die and do this real graphic death. Okay? And then your job is to try to catch the killer. You see? So if I hand the coin or the object off to Jimmy, it's now his turn to hand it off to somebody. And after he passes it off, he will die, signifying to me who killed him that the game is on. Then your job is to try and identify the killer. Okay? And then if you say, Greg's a killer, And Greg goes, no, I'm not. Harry carry. I have to kill myself in front of the group. Okay? So if you falsely accuse somebody, but if I accuse Greg and I win, okay, there can be a award, whatever. We just usually start over, then Greg will start with somebody. But it's a blast. We would play this with teachers, and I played it with students in school, and we would have students dying violently in the middle of the cafeteria during lunch. Okay? And we would be on the ropes course, and somebody will be coming down, and all of a sudden they'll just die. And we would do things like take the coin, and somebody would forget their gloves. So I'd put the coin in and pull gloves up on the rope, and they'd go to put their hand in and go, then we'd know, that's one way to pass it. You have to be real subtle, slip it into somebody's bag. Yeah, it's a hoot to play. We were sitting one time in group, and we're doing a debrief thing, and I had it taped to the bottom of my shoe. And the guy sitting next to me, I go, I just killed him. That was funny. You can do mass murders, by the way. Just to let you know. If I just brought the coin up, because the rest of the group's not here, I just killed all you. Then next time the whole group would be together, you'd all come out and just start dying. And I could pass it off or keep it. So it's a great game. It's a lot of fun.
In order to learn all of this, we have to have fun in it.
It is fun. It's a hoot. I mean, the graphic dying. Can you imagine throwing somebody and all of a sudden they just have a big spasm and die right in the middle of the floor? And it's on video.
They're going to stop watching the clinic right there. No one will ever come back.
You go to choke somebody unconscious, we're working chokes, and they don't wake up. All right, we call it 911. Doctor! All right, so it's a great game. We've had a lot of fun with that. So anyways, any questions? A lot of information.
Now see, that meets one of the problems we have. Too much to learn.
There is too much to learn.
Too much to learn.
So what do you do?
Pick something small to work on.
One concept. Remember the other night I asked you to think about one thing that stuck in your head and write it down? Okay? So think about one thing today that stuck in your head and write it down. And then we'll go to Whiskey Cafe and have dinner.
All right. You writing down?
Circle. We tend to disappear afterwards.
The groin chops.
Thank you, Greg.
Bravo.
Thank you guys. Excellent class.
Thank you.
Much learning. Much fun.